As part of the operator's daily checks, we encourage them to do a full walk round of the machine, checking for vital parts, any moving parts, make sure they're tight and secure, make sure there's no loose hoses, no cracks in any welds, full inspection of the dipper arm and the main arm. With the boom in this position, we can check the dipper arm ram to make sure it's secure, there's no leaks and no cracks. Start off with this side of the machine, takes us to the engine compartment. Climb up the steps to where you check the engine oil. The cold engine oil dipstick out, wiped, replace the dipstick, pull it out again and make sure the engine oil is within the recommended levels. With a cold engine, check the sight gauge to make sure the coolant levels are at the correct levels for operation. Lift this canopy up and just give the engine a visual check to make sure there's no loose parts, no leaks, no cracks, no defects. Any defects at all with the machines needs to be recorded and reported immediately. With both canopies down and locked, check the slew motor oil. When coming down from the machine, take your time, use steps and handrails correctly, face the machine using 3 points of contact. At this point, now back down at ground level, we'll check the running gear to make sure there's no loose parts, no missing segments of the sprocket, make sure there's no flat spots on the idlers or the rollers. And we're looking for any obstructions that may cause damage to the machine, and obviously checking no leaks from the final drives. As you're walking around the machine, it's vital to check the camera systems. At this point, we are looking under the belly plate to make sure there's no leaks coming from the engine bay. We're looking at the condition of the undercarriage, checking the front idlers to make sure they look okay with no loose parts and they're all in line with the track chains. We're also looking to make sure there's nothing been placed under the machine, just make sure that the machine hasn't got any potential hazards or dangers around it. As we pass around the counterweight, we're looking for any scratches, any dents, any damage. In this compartment, we're checking the air breather element. Give the rubber grommet a squeeze, make sure there's no excessive debris or dust that comes out of it. Looking at the intercooler, the oil cooler and the air conditioning units, make sure again there's no cracks, damage, defects. Once all the checks have been done, as we come around to the cab, we're looking at the condition of the windows, we're looking at the condition of the cab and also the position of the mirrors to make sure there's no loose parts. Into the machine, ensure the seat is fully adjusted as per the operator's requirements. Check your mirrors, any far side mirrors should be adjusted before operation. Always ensure the seat belt is worn correctly. Start the engine, enable the machine to warm up correctly. Once the machine is warmed up, good look round for any personnel. The machine can be put into the correct position to check the hydraulic oil. One more visual check we do have. Looking for any cracks, any defects. We're making sure that all the hydraulic couplings and the hydraulic hoses are obstruction free, secure and not leaking. We're looking inside the quick hitch to make sure all the moving parts are well greased, ensuring that the coupler operates as it should. And we're looking at the securing nuts and bolts to make sure that all securing bolts, securing pins are in place. Look at the condition of the lifting eye to make sure there's no hairline fractures or any possible damage caused to the lifting eye. Once the daily checks have been carried out, the daily check sheet must be filled in. Any defects or any problems with the machine should be recorded and reported immediately.